Woo! Monday night, essential oil class, right here. And the greatest thing about it is that we get to praise the Lord in these classes. So, not Bible class, it's not Bible study, it's not Bible school, but we can still praise the Lord no matter what we're doing. And whether you believe in Jesus or not, that's okay because come on in because you still have heard about essential oils. Woo! You said yes, amen. But only for Jesus. We're in 2020 and sitting here for the essential oil class. Worshiping the Lord in the midst of it. Hallelujah. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. We are live on Facebook and on Zoom for recording purposes. It's been a while for you all, and so I'm so thankful because that I have been doing this. I am learning and getting better at this, so it's an awesome thing. I'll go a little bit. I need to get me more in the middle here with my. All right, so let's get started. I just think it's really awesome and cool that, we get to praise the Lord. I kept saying over and over in our little pre-essential oils class party. So, anyway, I could talk forever, and honestly, when we were singing that last song, I just get to sing and sing and sing and just worship and worship and worship. But we have an essential oils class to do, so it's awesome that I would worship in this. So, it's not your average ordinary essential oils class, but you gotta rock it, right? So I just want to give you all a warm welcome. Thank you for coming out tonight. I don't necessarily see any viewers as of yet, but I know that people will drop in throughout the evening. And just in case you don't know, I'm sure all of you do because this is Facebook, but also for YouTube as well. My name is Veronica Froman. I am Essential Oils Distributor. I'm Young Living Essential Oils Distributor. And I have been doing this February 2021. will be a year for me. I'm sorry, 2 years. Not 1 year, it'll be 2 years for me, which is really awesome. And let me tell you guys, this is my little introductory story. For those of you who are new, maybe you've never watched before on Facebook, maybe you never have watched me before on YouTube. And I just want to give you a little bit of a story about why I love young living essential oils so much. First of all, and we've learned this in the past few lessons, that young living essential oils are therapeutic grade, which means that they are 100% pure essential oils. And this is why it's important to come to the class, because it's important to know all of this, because people share that they've had bad experiences with using oils, and then they get bad right off of it, as if there's no hope, as if what they had an experience with one essential oil, they have a bad experience with all of the essential oils out there, and it's like they kind of close their hearts to it. And so I'm learning now what to say, because I'm learning the value of the Young Living essential oils, that they are therapeutic grade, and that if you use oils that are not from Young Living, because, and I'm not saying to get customers, but Young Living is the only company out there that sells 100% therapeutic essential oils. Now, you can argue with me, and we can argue until we're blue in the face, but it's a decision that you've got to make for yourself, whether you believe me or not. And if you don't, that's great. You can go and get other essential oils, right? I'm here to educate you, and I'm hoping that you guys can see the value of the essential oils that I use. And they are the bomb. I'm telling you guys. So I've been doing this for 10 weeks now, this class. It's been put on my heart from the Holy Spirit to just kind of teach people about essential oils, because there's even other Christians out there that don't necessarily believe that essential oils are biblical, or they believe that essential oils is just replacing God's hands of healing and tying God's hands behind his back, which is not the truth at all. That is just a complete lie. I mean, we take medication. Am I right? Now, I'm not saying that if you use essential oils, you need to go, or you should go off of your medication, because I'm not a doctor. But if a person uses medication, and they have to, I have to use medication. That's, besides God's grace and glory and favor, that's what's keeping me alive, right? And so it would be foolish for me to say, oh, these essential oils are perfect, I'm going to go up the pill. I'll come whatever medication I'm taking. And so we take medication and still believe God for his healing. And it's the same with essential oils, because I'm going to go back into history times again, and ancient times, ancient Egyptian, ancient biblical times, where, there were no emergencies. I don't know if there were any doctors. I don't think there were any, doctors. They didn't have all of the medical technology that we have today. So they had to use ointments and oils. So that's a tool that God provided for them back in those days. And then apparently over the 50, 60, 70, 80, 19, 20th century, we kind of lost sight of the essential oils. And through research to other researchers around the world, and Gary Young, which is the founder of Young Living, they kind of picked up the missing link of essential oils. And so that's why when I mention essential oils to a person, it's like, they don't get it. They think it's just oil that you can stick in your car. I'm like, you drink that? That's what I thought. I didn't understand it when I first heard it. And so it's like, it's jibber jabber to a person when you introduce essential oils. And that's why these classes are here and available to you right here on Facebook Live. So so that you can go and learn what the essential oils are about and what they do and their properties of healing, right? So I've been doing this for almost 2 years. Like I said, February will be 2 years. And I know nobody likes to hear about my big story, so I'm going to try to sum it up quickly and get into the class. So, anyway, I've been doing this for 2 years. I've been using the oils, and I've seen changes in my life. I would be somebody with low immunity that gets, if I'm going to get sick, I'd be sicker than a dog for a week or two. Sometimes I would be ending up in emergency with cough and cold and fever and hard to breathe and pneumonia and stuff like that. And so, you know, using the essential oils has helped me to help my immune system to fight those colds and flus that come on to us. And I can go on and talk about other stuff that the essential oils have done for me as well. I can have a good laugh without getting choked up, like just choking up when you're trying to have a good laugh. I used to do that. I'd have a really good laugh with a friend. I'm like, I start choking up and like coughing. And so I noticed that using these essential oils over the past year and a half, almost 2 years, I can have a good laugh now without getting choked up. And so those are just a couple of things that I can share with you of what the oils have done for me with all the things and praise and glory to God, right? So essential oils are basically your natural medicine, right? So, I mean, we can argue and say, hey, I think that essential oils are better than the drugstore, but I mean, we still need a medication. So I'm not saying that we should go off. But if I'm going to get a cold, if I'm going to get a toothache, if I'm going to get a headache or some kind of problem, I'm going to go to the essential oils, and then if I need to, I'll still go to the doctor and take antibiotics, which I don't want to do. If I can take antibiotics less in my life, that'd be great. So anyway, I just want to give you all, again, a warm welcome to this class. So we're going to jump right into it. I can't reach my... so let's just jump in. I'm going to try to get this working. Oh, whoops. Usually my laptop is a little bit closer to me, and this time it's not. So if I end up clicking twice and going to an extra page, I gotta get up and move it. So first of all, housekeeping. I want to just quickly say, as I said at first, that I'm not a physician, I'm not a doctor. I cannot promise healing cures. I cannot diagnose. I can't even medically suggest anything. The essential oils class that I'm doing and presenting to you tonight is for your educational learning so that you can get the best out of using essential oils and so that you can benefit to the fullest. And so I'm not here to prescribe or promise healing or anything like that. I believe that the essential oils, by God's favor and divine intervention, that the essential oils do have healing properties, but I cannot promise that because I'm not a doctor. I'm a person that's just a young living essential oils distributor who just loves the product. So, so what we want to do is we want to take some questions and answers after the meeting. So, if you want to just pop your messages in there, pop your what am I trying to say? Pop your questions in the comments below, and then we can just go from there. And at the end of the class, I'll go over some questions. So, all right. And also, too, I'm recording on Zoom meeting, so that way these classes are also available to those on YouTube. And before we get into the lesson, I want to quickly say one last thing, is if you have not had a chance to go and watch all of the previous classes, you can go down my profile, you can go to videos somehow, and look for them. You can go to YouTube, most of them are up on YouTube. And I encourage you to, you know, give them a watch. And if this is something that you're deciding that you want to make a part of your life change with the essential oils and supplements and the products that Young Living Essential Oils has to offer, and you are thinking, I think I'm going to do this, I think I need to do this, I think that you should just step out and do it. I know sometimes it's hard financially, but I mean, you can save up to get a starter kit, you can buy them separately. It's better to get a starter kit because you buy one bottle of oil separately, and you want to build them up, it'd be like you must have paid like over $700 or more to buy one single oil to build up, when it's better to just pay $199 all at once for 10 essential oils. So that's just a tip for you. I don't know your budget, I'm just saying that's an idea, but if you would like to get started, go to my website, www.myyonicafroman. When you go there, you'll get like my little mugshot there, and then if you scroll down, you can click enroll with me, and then I want to quickly say, do not sign up as a customer because you'll have to pay the full price, right? As a member, you can get the 24% discount on all products, which is our wholesale, and so you know you can save a lot of money by going that route too. You don't have to do the business. So sign up, get your starter kit, or get a couple oils, and then you know you can start your wellness program that way, and you know do better and be better. Amen. So let's get into it. Let's go into the next one. So we're going to be talking about lesson 10 tonight. We're going to be talking about oil blends. So last week we talked about single oils and the different kinds of oils. I don't know what that was, but that was weird. Anyway, we talked about that last week. We talked about single oils, and I chose 5 single oils to talk about because there's just so many oils provided by Young Living. And then this week we're going to talk about oil blends. So we're going to talk a bit about guidelines and dilution, and then we're going to get into the oil. So it's not going to be a long lesson tonight. Regarding if I don't talk so much. I like to talk and sometimes I go on, so. But it's going to be a pretty short lesson. I mean, I took a while getting into this because I want to just kind of give you an idea of where I come from and how I got started. So let's take a look at our lesson 10 objectives. So what we're going to learn in this chapter, or lesson, sorry, is we're going to learn about oil blend dilution. We're going to learn about how to use the oils, and we're going to learn about blends and what they do for you. And so this is the really exciting part because I think in the first maybe 2 or 3 classes at the beginning when I first started these essential oil classes, it was all about scientific research. It was all about biblical history, and that's really interesting. And I'm sure it's interesting to a lot of people. There's like a lot about like research and other like history, how it started. And so it's like we've gotten through, and chemistry. So the chemistry of essential oils. So I think we've kind of got through the hard part of the class, and now we're getting into the more easier part to learn what the oils do for you. So let's, I don't think I need to get on to my next part right yet. All right, so let's get into this lesson. I didn't have any ink, so I had to write my lesson out this time. Okay, so we're going to be talking about formulating essential oil blends. So number one, essential oils, some essential oils may be irritating to those with sensitive skin, and remember to avoid getting essential oils in your eyes. Um, when you, this is why it's important to, I'm probably getting ahead of myself. That's kind of good because that way I'm not like reading right from the script, but I'm just going to talk because I basically know what it says on there. But what you want to do is whatever oil you buy, if you get the star kit or you get a single oil, you need to test your skin first. So just to see if there's any like sensitivities or like irritation. Now we learned the last time that healing essential oils cannot cause allergic reactions unless you are allergic to the plant. I mean, if you're allergic to the plant, that's a whole different story, right? But if you're not allergic to plant, then chances are is you are having skin irritation because you put the oil straight on your skin without just diluting it. And so it's always good to test your skin first in a small spot, and I'm using my RC, and I'm almost out of RC, so I'll use this one. So just kind of find a place on the inside of your arm for testing, just like this. You'll hold your wrist out, put a couple drops of essential oil, and then just rub it in. With my bracelet away. Rub it in, and then make sure you rub it in really well. And then wait maybe a couple minutes and see if you start getting itchiness and stuff like that. And so they usually say to test your skin like that just for safety measures, but the big picture here is that allergic reactions or anything like that cannot happen with essential oils when you're living, just because they are pure therapeutic grade, 100% pure. So here's what might happen. If you buy essential oils elsewhere, right? If you go to a store, anywhere you can just buy, oh, look at it, they have essential oils here. And you can buy it, you can take it right off of the shelf and go to the cash. Chances are is it's probably not going to be a good oil. If it's sitting in your public store, it's probably been cheaply made, which means cheap value and damaging effects. And it won't even work. And so if you want to learn more about that, we talked about that in, I think it was lesson 3 or 4 or 5, somewhere in there. But it's important to know what oils you're using, because if you use the wrong oils that are not 100% pure therapeutic oils, then it can cause reactions. And I think that's why people do have allergic reactions, hence they get turned off of essential oils entirely with not knowing that they could be possibly using the wrong oils. So I don't have anything, but if you do get like a skin irritation and you have tried to do the essential oils, we talked about this in lesson 7, I believe, that if the reason why you're getting irritated skin is because the essential oils is cleansing out all of the toxins and chemicals that were trapped in all 30 layers of your skin for years. Because we use stuff that is full of chemicals in our skincare, in our makeup, in our personal care, in our cleaning, and that stuff that we put on our bodies, it can get trapped in your skin in all 30 layers, and it'll be there for years, and that kind of stuff makes you sick. So if you're experiencing like a skin irritation and you diluted the essential oil, then that's probably what's happening, is you're probably getting some chemicals and toxins being cleansed out of your skin, and it causes irritation. So if that's the case, then you want to maybe stop for a day, or maybe just, stop for a day or two, and then when you start applying smaller amounts. So, it also talks about not getting oils in your eyes, and I'm sure a lot of us that use essential oils. I've experienced that. Young Living essential oils has lip balms that you can use for your lips to tinker towards. And if you get essential oils in your eyes, you can just go ahead and rub that out, and it'll take it right out. Or you can use a carrier oil. That helps too. Let me just quickly go over my notes now. Make sure I'm not missing anything. But if you do get oil in your eyes, then you want to dilute it by just quickly adding it into the eye where the oil is, and then you can just get it out that way. Do not, listen to me guys, I repeat, do not use water. If you get essential oil in your eye, do not use water because that keeps it in there and it makes it worse. Right? It's just like a burn. You don't use water on a burn. You put the oil right away, and or like in this case, it's like oil in your eyes. You will automatically want to put a carrier oil in there, and it'll take it out. So that's some common sense about the eyes. Let me see where are we. So now we're going to talk about storage. See, I didn't have to fall off a script. That's awesome. So all essential oils should be stored in a dark, cool place to preserve their fragile constituents, which may dissipate over time if not stored properly, especially if it is exposed to natural sunlight. So it's important to not set your oils, like if you get like lots of sunlight in your home, it's important that you don't put your essential oils where the sun is shining right on it. You want to make sure that it's going to, when you store it, it's going to be a cool place. Where I store it on my shelf over here, it's not going to be exposed to any kind of like natural sunlight. So, and see, because the reason why you need to do that is because the constituents that make your oils pure, if you're not storing them properly, they can go rancid and they can dissipate. And then, unfortunately, you're losing your 100% therapeutic grade, right? So you need to store, not only know that you got to get oils at the proper place that is 100% pure therapeutic oils, like in living, but it's important how you store your oils as well. And you need to make sure that when you're done using an oil, you want to make sure that you turn the cap on tight. Because if your cap is not turned on tight, I think I talked about this last week, then again, the constituents in your essential oil that makes them pure will go rancid, and then the oil will lose its purity, and it will basically not be very good. So it's important to know how to store your oils. All right, so now we're going to talk about guidelines, which is pretty simple. You'll know how to apply essential oils and dilution and all that stuff. All right, so guidelines. Almost all oil blends can be diluted. Sorry, let's try that again. Almost all oil blends can be diffused or directly inhaled and applied topically. So there's some oils that kind of really can't be diffused because if they're really thick, that can actually clog up your diffuser and it just won't work. And I think that's why if you're going to use a thick oil, you want to make sure that you clean your diffuser once a week. And I can do a video in the next coming weeks about how to clean the diffuser. I mean, but if you don't have one, then you really kind of pointless. But I can do it if you at people's requests. All right, so the next one is skin sensitivity. We kind of talked about that. Testing for skin sensitivity. I can't speak again. Testing for skin sensitivity, which I basically talked about when you're testing it on the inside of your arm. So, test for skin sensitivity on small location of the skin or under the arm. Sun sensitivity. So this is very important because some oils are sun sensitive, so therefore it can cause irritation. If you are wearing sun sensitive oils that, you know, in the sun, that can cause irritation as well. So where was I? Oh, yeah. Sun sensitivity. Avoid direct sunlight or UV rays up to 12 hours after applying. So if there's certain oils that you, if you know you're going to go out and you're going to be out in the sun for a while, then you're obviously not going to want to take an oil. If you're in for most of the day, you can take an oil. Or if your lifestyle is basically outdoors in the sun, then I would wait until like bedtime. So when you're in for the night. And also dietary essential oils. We have Vitality Dietary Essential Oils blends that can be added to food and beverages for delicious, concentrated flavor and used in capsules for their supporting properties. Right, speaking of that, all of the dietary oils that I have are right here. All these ones right here that are like got the white label on them, these are called our dietary. So you can put them in your water, you can put them in your food for like flavors. I'm always cooking food with essential oils. And so like even now, I have 2 glasses of water in front of me because I know that this is talking a lot in a class is like you do get a dry throat, and so I got 2 glasses. But in each glass, I have sleep essence, which is basically like a weight management oil that you can put in your drinks to help manage your weight. And then I also have orange essential oil for flavoring, which is good. And I'm also getting from the orange, I'm getting my vitamin C as well, so that's a both up. In my diffuser right here, the nice white light diffuser, I have citrus fresh, and then in this diffuser right here, I have orange essential oil. So it gives you like nice pure scent in your home. All right. So where are we? Okay. So we're gonna go to the next slide. Oops, what happened here? Ah, there we are. Okay, so we're going to talk about codes as far as dilution, because there's different ways to dilute essential oils. Way 1, if you look on the screen here, it says neat. So all the stuff right here below in the white part, it's got a list of every single essential oil blend, and across from it, it's got codes, right, on how to dilute it. So for example, let me see if I can find an oil here. Okay, so RC, for example, RC essential oil is, if you look at RC on the screen and you go across, the RC essential oil is like a 50-50, which basically is a half and half, basically. And then if you go to peace and calming, that pH that you will see, that's basically a photosensitive warning. So photosensitive basically means it's photosensitive to sunlight and UV rays. So if it has a pH, then you're not going to want to put those oils on if you're going to be going into the sun. If you'd like a copy of this, please comment below with your email. I will send you a PDF of this, and then that way you can have it to refer. But up here it's got the different like methods and codes and what those codes mean. So starting with the first one, neat basically means dilution not necessary. So anytime you see an oil, if you're putting on a certain oil, you're going to refer to this page and say, for example, stress away. So you're going to look up for stress away, and then you're going to go straight across, and it's going to say neat. So anytime you see neat across from your oil on this reference, it means that you don't need to dilute it, right? So if it's a 50, if you check your oil and it says 50-50 across, that means, like I said, half and half. You use 1 part essential oil and 1 part V6 carrier oil. And then we have 20-80, which means you need to always dilute 20-80, which is 1 part essential oil and 4 parts V6 carrier oil. You want to keep them out of the reach of children, especially if it says like a 20-80 oil. Those are oils you want to keep out of the reach of children. And also, like I told you, on your chart here, you get a copy of this from me, and it says pH. pH basically means photosensitizing or photosensitive, and so that is basically meaning that it's sensitive to like sunlight, like natural sunlight and UV rays. So you can be cautious that if it says that, then you know if you're going out into the sun or not, if you should apply or not, you know, and so you're knowing that you're into good, and you know what I mean. You get the gist of this whole idea. So if you want your copy, comment below and with your email, and I will send it to you. Let me know that you'd like a copy of the codes. Just say I would like a copy of the codes, dilution codes. We'll go with that. All right, next page. So now we're going to be talking about our first essential oil blend, and that is Christmas Spirit. Oops, wrong one. All right. So Christmas Spirit, they have theirs. I have mine, and it's you can get different like sizes. There's only 2 sizes of oils in Young Living. There's 5 milliliters, and then there's 15 milliliters. Actually, I think this one's a 5 milliliter too. But anyway, we're going to talk about Christmas Spirit. As soon as I was browsing, this is basically when I first started with Young Living. I was going through the online store, looking at all the other oils, and the first thing that I run into is Christmas Spirit. And I thought, hey, I love Christmas. It must make your home, I'm assuming, I'm thinking this before I read it, I'm assuming that this must make your home smell like Christmas. And so since I'm someone that loves Christmas, I read it, and it's exactly what it says. It gives you that Christmas scent in your home when diffused. So I bought it, and so let me talk to you about Christmas Spirit and what it does for you. All right, so Christmas Spirit is purifying blend of evergreen, citrus, and spice, reminiscent of winter holidays such as Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff. Winter holidays, it brings joy, peace, and happiness, and security. So the ingredients of the Christmas Spirit is this. In Christmas Spirit, you have orange, cinnamon bark, and black spruce. So let me just say something. You know, if you're starting out with essential oils and you buy a starter kit and you don't maybe think that you can get get some more oils for a while, you will need to get like a amber bottle or some kind of like container, like glass container for your oil, and you can actually make this yourself. You don't want to buy it. Say, for example, you just started with a starter kit and you're not ready to spend more money yet. Who knows what your story is, but if you want to make it, again, you're only needing, you won't have to buy the cinnamon bark though. So if you have to buy the cinnamon bark, you might have to buy the Christmas Spirit. right? Because it takes orange, cinnamon bark, and black spruce. That's how Christmas spirit is made. Or if you don't want to make it, if you don't have Christmas spirit per se, but you have orange essential oil, cinnamon bark essential oil, and black spruce, you can diffuse all three of those in your diffuser, and you will get the Christmas spirit blended scent, which is pretty neat. Okay, so directions. You can diffuse up to 30 minutes, 3 times daily, or directly inhale. Topical, dilute 1 drop of Christmas spirit essential oil with dilute 1 drop of Christmas spirit essential oil with 4 drops of B6 carrier oil. You can apply 2 drops on your heart, on your wrists, your neck, your temples, and also your foot flex point. And so I don't know what the next class is, but I did mention the VitaFlex chart in the first couple of classes. But I'm going to go over that again because you're all wondering what the heck is a VitaFlex chart. I encourage you guys to watch my first class because I did talk about that. But I think what I'm going to do, Emery, make a note. What I'm going to do for next week is I'm going to talk about that again, just for a refresher. And basically, it's a chart of a foot. So, for example, your left foot. This is my left hand, but let's just pretend my left foot hand is. Let's pretend my left hand is a foot. All right. So, your left foot, probably about in this area, would be your heart. Under one of these toes would be like for your sinus area. So it's basically just a chart to show you where to put the oils on the bottom of your feet to affect that part of the body that you need to be taken care of. So if it's like the brain issue, maybe depression, anxiety, stress, or whatever, then you're going to put oil on your big toe. Right, this is my hand. But I'm not going to pull my foot out, you guys. But I'm just giving you a good illustration. So we're going to talk about that next week. That way you guys will have a refresher. And if you, those of you that are just watching, like for the first time, and you didn't see that class before, then make sure you tune in next week. That'll be the first thing I talk about. And that way you'll know what a VitaFlex point is. And the reason why we put it on the bottom of our feet is because the pores in the bottom of our feet are a lot bigger than the pores on the rest of our body. So it usually takes us about 2 minutes when you apply essential oils on your skin anywhere, but it works even faster when you apply essential oils at the bottom of your feet, right? And that's basically what it is. The VitaFlex chart is just showing you where on your foot to apply the oils for your eyes, for your heart, for your liver, for whatever you need. It's got a left foot chart and a right foot. So we're going to go over that just as a refresher, because I don't want people to feel lost, right? When I first started learning about essential oils, like I said, I got started with Young Living. I went to almost every YouTube video as I could to learn. And I got so confused because I never understood what a carrier oil is. I'm like, very confused. I'm like, what the heck? What do I do now? You know? And so I don't want you guys to be confused. So that's why I'm going to go over the VitaFlex next week. All right. So, and also this oil has a possible sun and skin sensitivity. We're going to go to the next slide, and the next oil is going to be so our citrus fresh essential oil looks like a bottle like this, like a nice kind of like orange bottle, more like a yellow orange, and it's citrus fresh. And you can get a 5 milliliter bottle or a 15 milliliter bottle. So citrus fresh stimulates the right brain to amplify creative and well-being. So when you take it, it stimulates the right side of your brain for creative and well-being. It eradicates anxiety. So if you have anxiety, citrus fresh, um, you can inhale it, you can diffuse it, you can apply it on your chest, your temples, the back of your neck, if you have like anxiety. And I think I don't get so nervous now because almost every week I've been diffusing this during the class. It's like just slow and nice and smooth. So, you know, I can tell you it's working on me. So house with anxiety, it works well as an air purifier. So if you have like smelly odors in your home, it purifies the air, makes it smell better. When diffused, it adds a clean, fresh scent for any environment. So the ingredients for citrus fresh is orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, and spearmint. Directions for the citrus fresh essential oil is you can diffuse it up to an hour 3 times a day, or you can directly inhale. So I go over this several times, almost in all my classes, just because there's new people, they want to know how to use them, right? We gotta learn what they're for, and then we gotta learn how to use them. So again, I got my citrus fresh diffusing in this diffuser. So you can do about 4 to 8 drops or less or more. I wouldn't go more than 10, that's for sure. But you can do about 4 to 8 drops in your diffuser, and it's obviously diffusing and you're breathing it in automatically. Or you can open the lid up, and you can do this in 2 ways for inhalation. You can just hold it on your nose like this, and just take some deep breaths in, especially if you're feeling anxious, right? Maybe for me, I find anyway, if I apply oil down here on my chest, it's like too far from my nose, it's not working mystically. If it's close to my nose and I'm inhaling it that way, then it's going to my brain a lot faster and it smells nice. So you can just hold it on your nose and just take some deep breaths. Or if you want to get a real direct smell, you could put a drop in your hand or two. Rub your hands together. And when you're doing this, not only are you inhaling the essential oils, but you are also putting the oils topically. So you kind of get like a double benefit from that. So you're rubbing it in to your palms, and then you can just basically cup your mouth and your nose. Whew. It smells so good, and not only that, but I'm getting some on my face, so I'm getting some more on my skin, so I might as well just go ahead and rub that in. And that's on my nose right here. You do not want to see where my hands are. I'm not too far from my eyes, so if you're going to do that, make sure you don't go too far up. Otherwise, like I said earlier, you can get it in your eyes, and that'll be pretty painful. It'll sting, I'll tell you that. So, topically, what does it say topically? Topical, you want to dilute up to 1 part of oil to 1 part V6 oil. So basically, anytime that it says like a 1 part oil and 1 part V6, carrier oil is basically meaning it's a 50-50 dilution. It's half oil, it's half carrier oil. Right? You can apply these on apply 1 to 2 drops on the edge of your ears, your neck, your temples, your foot flex points, or anywhere else as needed. So again, very important though, you don't want, if you're gonna put it on the edge of your ears, edge of your ears, don't put it in your ears. Putting it on the edge of my ears. You can put it on the edge, like down where your earrings stay, or up at the top, like on the sides here, but you don't want to put it inside your ear because that can do some damage. So that is Citrus Fresh essential oil, and we are halfway through this lesson. The only caution of this is just sun and skin sensitivity. All right, the next oil we're going to talk about, which is the next oil blend, is Digest. So Digest, think about the word for a minute. What do you guys think that Digest means? Digest. Just take that that I, and turn it into an ES. Digest. So digest basically means digestion. So it helps to digest your food. It helps with digestion problems. And we're going to read more about that in a minute. So this blend relieves digestive problems, including, and I was surprised when I read all of this, I knew that it helps with digestion, like stomach aches and stuff like that, digesting problems, but the rest I didn't know. So this blend relieves digestive problems, including indigestion, heartburn. See, I didn't know that. I did not know. I knew there had to be an oil that helps with heartburn, but I did not know that it was Digest. But it is. So, if you have any kind of like stomach thing that causes like heartburn or anything like that, or even as simple as what comes out of you, not to be gross or anything, but like diarrhea and stuff like that, Digest is useful to put that on your stomach. And so it helps with indigestion, heartburn. It helps with gas. I didn't know that. So if you have like gas, burping, and all that stuff, that will help as well. And it also helps with bloating. And then again, I didn't know that either. So if you're like bloated after you ate like a meal, or maybe you ate too much, or you just have any like kind of bloating that is associated with digestion, then you can use the Digest for that, and you can put it on that location. What else does it do? Okay. Bloating. It helps with oh yeah. I'm trying to read my writing, you guys. Okay. It helps to fight candida, and it kills and digests parasite infections. So if you have like any kind of like parasite infections and stuff like that, then you can use Digest. So the ingredients required for Digest that is in this bottle is tangerine, tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. So those are what makes up your Digest essential oil. And again, if you have all these oils but you don't have Digest, you can make a little DIY, or you can do a diffuser blend. And top of directions for use, again, you can diffuse up to 30 minutes 3 times a day. If you're just starting out, you can also directly inhale. So not only can you use it if you have like issues with your stomach or any kind of digestion, like I said, like I read, like gas, heartburn, anything like that, stomach ache, you can just apply it on your stomach. But another thing you can do is just directly inhale. So now we're going to talk about topical use. So to use it topically, you want to dilute 1 drop of essential oil with 1 drop of carrier oil B6. And again, that's your 50-50. You want to apply to your beta flex points, ankles. I did not know that. You can, if you have those issues with digestion, you can apply it on your ankles, and that will help as well. or you can apply it on the bottom to repeat, which is our Beautiflex. You can apply it on your stomach. You can put it on your where your intestines are, and it gives you intestinal relief. Where am I? Or basically any desired area on your body. So let me just quickly show you something. Big stretch for me. All right, so let me just quickly get through this. This is how I learned to use the guys. I'm not gonna put it on like I did, but I'll just stick it on my ankle. Put it on my ankle. But if you're gonna use it on your stomach, just put maybe, like what it says, like 50-50, one drop of digest, one drop of like 3-6 carrier oil, and you're gonna rub it on your stomach in a clockwise position, and then that will help with any like sore stomach, any kind of sick feeling, nausea, all of that stuff that is associated with digestion. So I think we have a couple more oils to go through. 2 more oils and then we're done. Next slide. The next one we're going to talk about is pan away. Pan away basically stands for pain away. So getting rid of your pain. Putting on the oils to make your pain go away. Pan away basically means pain away. So this very popular blend reduces pain and inflammation through, this popular blend relieves pain and inflammation, increases circulation. So if you have like poor circulation, you put it on that spot, and then it'll help with circulation. So poor circulation accelerates healing. It relieves swelling and discomfort from arthritis, sprains, muscles, spasms, cramps. I did not know that, guys. I knew that the pan away, essential oil was good for like, kind of like sore bones or sore muscles, but I didn't know it was good for cramps, which is pretty interesting. I didn't even know that it was good for like circulation. Very interesting if you got circulation problems, put this on, and you're good to go. The cramps, it helps with burping, if you have like burping issues, and also bruises. Oh, sorry, not burping. I'm thinking about digestion. It helps with bumps and bruises. Yeah. Okay. The ingredients is wintergreen, calicium, cloves, and peppermint. Directions for using. Aromatic is not needed. You don't need to diffuse pan away. This is basically an oil that you want to apply on your body because that's what it is. I mean, let's just say it this way. If you diffuse it, you're not getting the benefits of it, right? You're breathing it in. But what you need to do is you need to apply this topically to take pain out of your body that it helps with it. But diffusing is not going to help. So diffusing is not necessary anyway. So topically, you're going to dilute 1 drop with 4 parts of carrier oil, basic carrier oil, and that's your 2080 dilution code. You can apply to temples, the back of the neck, forehead, and desired location. You can use as a compress or raindrop techniques. You can use for relief for deep tissue pain. When pain is bone related, you can add more wintergreen to the mix, so that helps with like bone pain. I get bone pain, so that's really good information for me. And then caution is possible skin sensitivity, and this oil is not, repeat after me, Panaway essential oil is not recommended for children under 6. Not recommended for children under the age of 6. It says here that if you want to use it for children under 6, you need to consult your healthcare provider. And then our last oil for the night is RC. So RC basically stands for respiratory care. So respiratory, breathing, lungs, all of that stuff that's associated. So RC gives relief from colds. So if you got a cold, you got anything like throat issues, coughing, stuff like that, then RC is good because it helps you to breathe. So it's good for colds, bronchitis, sore throat. You know what thing it is when we got a winter cold and we get a sore throat and it's just so irritating. It's like the worst thing that can happen to you. It's getting a really sore throat, and I can't stand it. And so it's nice to know that there's relief with that in our RC essential oil. So it helps with sore throat. Where was I? Sore throat, sinusitis, cough, and respiratory conditions. Help with sinus pathogens, combats lung infections. So we have like lung infections. The RC combats that. It also relieves, I'm trying to read my writing. Oh, it also relieves allergy symptoms as well. If you get like symptoms of allergies, then, because here's what happens with allergies, you start to wheeze on certain stuff or have breathing issues. So you can use that RC to help with that. So ingredients for the RC, which basically is respiratory care, is eucalyptus globulus, myrtle, marjoram, pine, eucalyptus radiata, eucalyptus citronvia, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, lavender, cypress, black spruce, and peppermint. So that's what's making up your RC essential oil. Now, importance for application. Yes, I do. Okay, so aromatic. Anytime you hear the word aromatic, that simply means diffusing in a diffuser or directly inhaling, which basically means you're opening it up, like I showed you with the other one. You're opening up your bottle, you're placing it right under your nose, and you're breathing it in. Or, almost out of RC. I don't remember. You can do what I showed you with the other one. Come together, cup your hands in your nose, and breathe that way. And let me tell you something. When I breathe this in like this every once in a while, I end up coughing stuff up. Because what the RC is doing, if you breathe in a good amount into your lungs, it's cleaning all of that stuff out of there. It's basically cleaning out your lungs. So, you know, there's times where I like breathe it in, and I have to get a Kleenex to, you know, spit whatever was coming out, right? So the RC helps to do that for you. All right, let's see. You can diffuse it or you can directly inhale. Sinus and lung congestion. So if you get like sinus and lung congestion issues, here's some options that you can do if you don't want to apply it topically, if you don't want to breathe it, like inhale it or diffuse it. You can do this. You can add the RC. You can add some Raven, eucalyptus glue to a bowl of steaming hot water. So basically, you're going to add the RC, Raven, eucalyptus into a bowl. I think you put pine too. Let's see. Yeah, add RC, Raven, eucalyptus blue into a bowl. So you're gonna get a bowl, you're gonna add those oils in there with the RC, and then you're gonna get a towel and put it over your head, and you're gonna, I wish I remembered a bowl and doing that to demonstrate. But you're gonna put a towel over your head, and you're gonna just hover over the bowl, and you're gonna breathe it. So that way, it's the steam of the essential oils from the bowl. It's not going elsewhere. It's just coming up to you with the towel over your head. So that helps as well if you have like sinus or lung congestion. Place the towel over your head and inhale. For this mixture, you can also add thieves oil as well. So if you want to do the bowl thing with the towel over your head, you can use RC and thieves and Raven. I don't know what the other oil is. I can't pronounce it. It's pretty bad when somebody uses it too in this class. But I have thieves, I have RC, and I have eucalyptus. So what I would do is just use the oils that you have. If you don't have all of them, just use the ones that you have, that it says. So, topical, you're going to dilute 1 drop of RC with 1 drop of your V6 carrier oil and apply to chest, neck, throat, over sinus location, or other desired location. You can use as a hot compress or with raindrop technique. So I thought about this because I had been fighting fever today. And like, not just today, but I fought fever yesterday. I fought fever last week. And so I don't know what's going on with me. But anyway, um, I ruined my thought now. But if you have like issues like that, it can help with fever. There's other oils that will help with fever as well. So if you have like the winter flu or whatever, the cold, you can like heat like a cloth. What's going on here? Hang on a second, guys. I don't know what's going on. We're almost done. Okay, so as I was saying, I thought my Zoom meeting has ended, but it was only an internet issue. So I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as we can. So this is what I do because, like I was saying, RC and other like oils like these, like eucalyptus, peppermint, you could use this to replace Vicks. That Vicks vapor rub that you use. Let me tell you something. The Vicks vapor rub, it's up to you if you want to use it, but it's full of chemicals. So, this is why essential oils is a much better selection, right? So when I used Vicks vapor rub, and I did not know that it was bad for me, I would rub it around my nose. Not only was I breathing it in, but it was also taking effect there as well. I would even put it on my nose, I put it under my nose, and then it would sting a little more, of course. But even with the RC essential oil, you can do that and put it on your sinus, like for example, at the top of your nose. Again, you're going to be careful not to get it in your eyes because it'll sting. You can stick it between your eyes, above your nose, but you just want to make sure that you don't hit your eyes. You can stick it, again, and you can put it on your forehead, you can put it on the back of your neck, and the bottoms of your feet is a really good location too. When you do this with the bottom of your feet, especially if you have like the winter flu, then you probably want to keep your socks on. But even if you don't, like it's not like vapor rub at all, but it's a really good idea just to kind of keep the oils in there, right? So anyway, guys, this is it. This concludes our lesson 10. And so that is about it. And I just love to stay and continue talking with you guys, but I can't is good things, unfortunately, must come to an end. But we're going to be here next Monday as well. We're going to be having a lesson 11, and we're going to be talking about nutritional support. So I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on it, I'm pretty sure it's nutrition. I hope to see you guys next week meeting, and I just want to thank you all for coming out tonight. Fix this. All right, there we go. So my Facebook has not come back in yet, but we're gonna go ahead and end this meeting.